to our channel. Here, we read Bible stories improvised for children and adults alike. Today's verse is 1 Timothy 6:10b. While some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Covet means long for, eagerly. Erred means to cause to go astray. Pierce means to wound deeply. Today's story is entitled Lot's Sin of Greed, taken from Genesis 14 and 15. When Lot chose for himself and his cattle the best parts of Canaan, and Abram was satisfied with the rocky, mountainous parts left over, they showed the kind of people they were. Lot was greedy and took the best. Abram trusted God and knew that God would take care of him. Now in those times, there were 5 big cities near the Dead Sea in the valley of the river Jordan, and each of those cities had its own king. But all these kings were ruled by a greater king who lived far away in the east, near to the country from which Abram had come many years before. His name was a strange one, Chedorlaomer. The kings of the Dead Sea cities did not want any longer to be ruled by this man, so he came with a great army and defeated their soldiers and took their people prisoner and carried away all their goods. But amongst the prisoners were Abram's nephew, Lot, and his family, and one of the men who escaped went quickly to let Abram know about it. Abram quickly gathered together his trained servants and gave them their weapons, and they went off after the soldiers of the king from the east. In a great battle at night, Abram's soldiers defeated the king and took back Lot and his family and all the goods that had been carried away. When they arrived back at Sodom, the king came out to bring honor to Abram and to give him great gifts to show how glad his people were. But Abram would not take a single thing from him, lest he say he made Abram rich. At the same time, a very mysterious king came to Abram, Melchizedek, king of Salem. We do not know where he came from or where he went to afterward, but we do know that he was a man of God, a man who always obeyed God. This king brought out bread and wine to refresh Abram, and then he prayed a wonderful prayer of blessing over him. Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. So already Lot had suffered because of his greed, and Abram was being blessed by God. But would you believe it? Lot went right back with all his family to the wicked city of Sodom. He had not yet learned his lesson. Thank you for joining us on our Bible reading journey. I hope you can join us for our next story, entitled The Promise of a Child.